Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One. Thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust 2, reference 116333. You can see this dramatic two-tone Rolex Datejust 2 and buy it on our website, watchyouwant.com. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during the video to see our full listing for this watch with additional accessories included, high-resolution images, and naturally complete pricing details. Now you can see on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. The Datejust 2 is a completely different animal compared to its 36mm forebear. Now, it is 41mm across the round of the case, but with a very cushion-shaped case profile, it wears larger. It is quite slim, and you can see 12mm thick, not counting the Cyclops eye. It easily fits underneath a tight sleeve or dress cuff, and you could even say that thanks to the sloped, fluted precious metal bezel, it fits even more easily underneath a tight sleeve. Now, from lug to lug, the watch is actually quite broad, but the outermost defining point, because of the solid end links of the bracelet, is actually that central yellow gold horn. You can see it on both sides. That's a rigid outcropping that defines the extremity to extremity measurement across the wrist as approximately 51mm. So it is a big watch, and because Rolex bracelets end links and clasps are now solid and milled pieces, it is very hefty on the wrist, feeling like a full precious metal Rolex from only just a few years ago. That's how far the bracelet and clasp technology has come in Rolex's timepieces. Now this contemporary model, it's important to remember that the Datejust 2 was produced between 2009 and 2015. So this contemporary model has all of the modern standards in its bracelet. Now you can see the clasp closes with a very crisp snick, opens with a snap, also includes Rolex's Easy Link 5mm adjustment, tool-free. You have 2.5mm of swing in and out, depending on whether your wrist is expanding or contracting as weather and activity dictates. So that easy adjustment, thanks to Easy Link, is made with a snick snap, as is the closure of the clasp. Very secure when closed. Now, of course, Rolex makes its own gold in its own foundry, so all of the yellow gold in the clasp, in the bracelet, in the bezel is made by Rolex. The true mastery of the entire watch from the outside in. We'll get to what that means in just a moment, but Rolex truly has mastered the construction of the watch and all parts therein. This may be the most dramatic single Datejust 2 reference. Now, there are some that have more gold, and there are some that have perhaps more brightly colored dials, but the incredible combination of stainless steel, yellow gold, a fluted bezel, a sunburst anthracite dial, and lacquered green Rolex Roman numerals is incredibly high impact in person. This is a very compelling watch. Now, green is a special color for Rolex. It is the corporate color. It's said of watchmakers trained at Liditz and raised the Rolex way, they bleed green, and that's why green features so prominently on this model. Important to remember that the watch still does feature a small amount of luminescence on the index at 9 o'clock as well as the hands at center, so you can view this one in low or no light. Now, the sunburst effect, which you can see dramatically in the light box from this angle, means that the grain of the dial plays with the light. It has a dynamic quality to it, so it changes as you wear it. It's never the same look twice, although it is always compelling. Now, one feature that I really like about the Datejust 2 relative to the 36mm Datejust is that there's more real estate to accommodate the Cyclops eye magnifier. On the 36mm watch, in my opinion, it looks a little bit crowded. It looks a little bit like it dwarfs the rest of the dial. Here, it's much more coherently integrated. Now, inside, there's a little bit of that mastery that I discussed. When I talk about Rolex mastering every part of the watch, this is the caliber 3136. It's an evolution of the 3135, but it debuted on the Datejust 2 back in 2009, and it's significant because it incorporates Rolex's own shock protection. So previously, Rolex had used Kif shock protection, but that was a product that had to be brought in from outside the Rolex group. With the Paraflex system used here, the entire interior of the watch is Rolex. It has a 48-hour power reserve, bi-directional winding. It has the ability to hack seconds, so you pull the crown, you stop the balance. synchronized precisely to a known accurate reference timer. There's a quick set for the date. Should it ever run down, you can rapidly cycle the date wheel. It's also worth mentioning a COSC certified Swiss chronometer. It is exceptionally accurate. It has a handmade Breguet over coil hairspring, and that allows it to resist timing deviation that's caused by different positions relative to gravity. So regardless of how it sits on your wrist or your dresser at night, the watch is going to keep good time. With a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance, it has resistance to shock-induced timing variations, and though it does have elaborate two-tone treatment, nevertheless it has the case and the heart of a sports watch, so screw down that crown and you do have 100-meter water resistance. You can see this exceptionally high-impact, visually spectacular Rolex Datejust 2 and buy it on our website, watchyouwant.com.